Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight with a grateful heart for the opportunity to serve these students, their families, and our community. We ask, Lord, that you go with us and grant us wisdom and discernment in our decisions. We ask, Lord, that you give us peace and unity and respect for each other as we make these decisions and we move forward. We ask that you give us safe travels as we all travel home tonight, and we ask that you be with Brandon's family as they suffer the loss of Miss Long, as well as our community will miss her very much. We thank you, Lord, for the opportunity you've given us each and every day, and we ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here. Campbell. Here. Johnson.
Here.
Wesley. Lester.
Here.
Wagner. Here. Wheeler. Here. Miller. Recognition of guests, TSBA scope participants. Josh, could you tell us a little bit about scope?
Yes, ma'am. Madam Chair, thank you. Director, board members, thank you all so much. Back in March, two students from Jellicoe High School, two students from Campbell County High School attended the annual scope conference. It's through TSBA, the Student Congress on Policies and Education. And again, just really thank you for allowing our students to have that experience. They go down, they break out into small group sessions with groups from students all across the state, and they debate topics in education. This year's topics was whether the world language graduation requirement should be an elective, ACT shall be substituted for EOCs. Students will have the option of substituting club sports for PE requirements, and all students should be required to participate in at least one extracurricular activity. So those were their discussion topics, and it was a very good discussion, and the students really enjoyed it. From Campbell County High School, we had Jonah Smith and Guy Gibson who attended, and from Jellicoe, we had Chloe Creekmore and Jody Spratlin Snyder. And so Chloe's the only one who could be here tonight, and we're really proud of Chloe. She's a 2-year scope attendee, and we just found out she's the salutatorian for her class at Jellicoe High School. Would you like to say a few words maybe about scope and kind of since she's been able to go for 2 years in a row? And
Thank y'all for the opportunity to go. It was really fun, especially to meet people from Campbell County and just kind of combine and come together and represent our little area. And we loved Josh. He was so great with me and with Jody, especially making us feel welcome because, of course, he had his kids, but he made us feel like his own. And the opportunity was just so great to see how other schools functioned and to see really how y'all's meetings go on. And so we learned a lot about what y'all have to go through, and I know the decisions that y'all make are not easy. So I appreciate you guys and all that you do for our county, because it's not easy. So, we learned a lot about what y'all do, and we don't take for granted.
we've been through, but nonetheless, they found the basic foundations of it. And, my favorite part of it is Campbell County Jellicoe High School students, we hear a lot of us and them, and for that day and a half we're all together, it's we. And so that's really the best part. That's my favorite part, being a part of it. Thank you all. Lisa, thanks as the legislative person. Thank you for spearheading that, and we appreciate y'all letting us go again, and we hope to send 4 more next year. Gail, thank you. And Gail Clark's is the unsung hero. She takes care of this, so Gail, thank you for taking care of all the arrangements. So, thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Board.
Thank you, Josh. And thanks for what you did. Good job. Item 3, public comment. Item 4, consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve, Madam Chair.
Okay. Second. Second.
Craigmore. Yes.
Fields,
Yes.
Heatherly,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lester,
Yes.
Rodner,
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yes. Motion passed. Item 4, approval of regular agenda and addendum. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Thank you. Second? Randy said. Thank you.
Craigmore,
Yes.
Fields,
Yes.
Heatherly,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lester,
Yes.
Rodner,
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Comment, item 6, comments from the chair. I have some messages from Chairman Miller. He has been working with Zach Marlowe in finance, and we're gonna have I'm announcing a special call meeting starting next week to work on the 26-27 school budget on April 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 27th, and 28th at 5:30. Now, we're gonna be meeting here in the courthouse, in the lower courtroom, and, the meetings will be recessed. When we meet the first time, if we did not complete and agree on the budget, we'll meet the next day. So this will go on until we can come to an agreement on the 26-27 school budget. So, again, that's on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 27th, and 28th at 5:30 here in your courtroom. Chairman Miller has asked Mr. Johnson to chair the contract committee to discuss the new director contract for Ms. McCoy. Welcome, Ms. McCoy. I don't think we didn't want you into that. And we'd like there to be at least 3 or 4 to serve on the committee, Brandon. So, choose who you would like to do that. Lots of people might want to volunteer. I know I volunteered already, so. And, be sure to, probably the main things to look at are contract length, the amount of the contract, and, the buyout. Those are the 3 main.
And Ms. Miller, I would like, or if we could have 1 representative from each district, I think that would probably be the easiest way. If somebody has an objection to that, we can talk about that. And then Mr. Pearson, your office should have copies of the past director of schools contracts, correct? I would, Bill, would you imagine that finance should have those? Can you send me the last, say, 4 directors' contracts? And that way we can, I'll go through each of those, and for everybody wanting to serve on this committee, we'll try to have our first committee meeting, so whoever wants to serve, get with me this evening. We'll check with Director McCoy's schedule, and, we'll try to have those either before or after some of our budget meetings, to minimize the amount of time that we all have to spend together.
And he wants this completed and done by the May board meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll have that completed. I think that's all we have. Item 7, the director's monthly report.
Good evening, everyone, board members. For Jacksboro Middle School, JMS has released their first video production episode called Eagle Eye Productions. This is a student-led production using audio-video equipment to give students real-world experiences in broadcasting and journalism. La Follette Middle School has been recognizing students for perfect attendance by celebrating their success and buying them a special lunch from McDonald's. This is an effort to encourage students to be at school and maintain positive relationships. At Campbell County High School, 2 students, J.C. and Noah, performed in the All-State Band. We're proud of them and of the continued showcase of their talents and the teachers that support them. Jellicoe High School recently hosted their career fair in which dozens of community businesses and organizations partnered with the school to share opportunities available for students and support them on their career and post-secondary paths. It's testing time, as most everyone knows, and prepping for and the beginning of TCAP testing, spring benchmark testing, Ames Web 3rd grade testing, and additional literacy assessments required by the Tennessee Department of Ed since the 2021 special legislation. All schools are planning end-of-the-year field trips, May Day events, etc. So you want to check out your school Facebook page and see what's going on, the latest updates. Then we have 43 students pre-registered at this time for summer school. Tutoring has been extended until May the 22nd. This will allow us to get all makeup days in from the inclement weather days. Pre-K has been awarded the preschool developmental grant of $15,000 for professional development and supplies, and we're waiting for it to drop in E-Plan. Safety meetings are scheduled and taking place at schools with help from Homeland Security, THB, and CCSD. ACH testing began this week and will continue throughout schools through the end of April, and EOCs begin next week and will also continue through the end of April. Our maintenance updates: the Elk Valley Gym floor project has been completed. Mulch and pea gravel have been installed at La Follette Elementary. Gates and fencing at Jacksboro Middle School have been repaired. The extra row of bleachers was installed at the Jacksboro Middle School during spring break. The new career exploration lab at Wynn has been painted and new flooring has been installed. CTE updates: the new career exploration labs have been installed at Elk Valley Elementary and Wynn Elementary. Jellicoe Elementary and White Oak career exploration labs are works in progress. And I visited the one at Wynn and it was very nice. All of those labs are very similar, and the supplies in those labs are I was very happy to see what our students will get to work with. Jacksboro Middle School has established its inaugural chapter of FFA. Mr. Cody Burge is leading the program and teaching Introduction to Agriculture Education to one class period. Also, I have one thing to add that's not on your notes. The cameras at JHS football field are scheduled to be installed April the 20th. I got that message right before I came over here.
Thank you, Ms. McCoy. Item 8, legislative report. Lisa, do we have?
The only thing I have is, don't forget the summer law conference in July. It's on the 16th, 17th, and 18th at the Park Vista. That's their summer law conference. And I just want to say shout out to Josh for taking those students to scope. That is amazing that they get to do that. That's a good opportunity for those kids, because not only, like what she was saying, do they get to meet kids from Campbell County, but you get to meet kids from all over the state. And you get to ask questions, and you all get to fellowship with them and talk, and it's a really good opportunity to kind of network with other students and see how their counties are ran as well. So thank you for doing that. That's a big deal. I'm so excited that we get the opportunity to do that every year. So thank you all for doing that. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. Item 9, recognize Eric Pearson, Department of Finance.
Yeah, I'll turn it over to Deputy Director Aaron.
Good evening. Item 8 is your monthly financials. We will present February 2026. 141 fund, cash with the trustee is $50,971,000. Revenues are at 69.86%, and expenditures are at 58.9%. The 142 fund, cash with the trustee is $2,012,000. The revenues and expenditures both are at 53.46%. And 143 fund, cash with the trustee is $4,871,000. Revenues are at 54.3%, and expenditures are at 56.6%.
Thank you. Crystal, motion to approve, monthly finances. Do we have a second?
Second?
Thank you. Second.
Creekmore,
Yes.
Fields,
Yes.
Everly,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lester,
Yes.
Reichner,
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, item B, approve budget amendments and resolutions.
Again, tonight there are 3 budget amendments to be presented. Individually or together.
We'll do them all together.
4-1 through 4-10.
Motion we approve 4-1 through 4-10.
Do we have a second? Mrs. Fletcher, second.
Creekmore,
Yes.
Fields,
Yes.
Everly,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lester,
Yes.
Reichner,
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Item C is a review of the bids, and there's one bid for milk supplies. It was open on March the 23rd, and was requisitioned by County Health and School Nutrition Department. There were 3 bidders that were reached out to, responded. Ordinary at $471,925.45, and Mayfield at $438,121.85. So the recommendation of the board is to the Mayfield for being the lowest bid.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Creekmore,
Yes.
Fields,
Yes.
Everly,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lester,
Yes.
Reichner,
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Request permission to advertise bids.
There's 2 requests. One, the first one is installation of the gym floor at Jacksonville Middle School, and the second one is consult fuel supplies for the 26-27 school year.
Motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Creekmore,
Yes.
Fields,
Yes.
Everly,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lester,
Yes.
Reichner,
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, and then E, request for permission to accept renewal contracts.
Okay, the first one is with fire good system, the second is Cook's Pest Control, the third is commodity processing, 4 is ice cream products, 5 is Cisco, and 6 is the produce bid.
Have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Creekmore,
Yes.
Fields,
Yes.
Everly,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lester,
Yes.
Reichner,
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Motion
Item 10, items for action. Consider approving the 2025-2026 tenure recommendations.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll make a motion that we vote on items 10A through 10G together.
We're gonna do 10A first, because I want to announce all the names and everything.
Sounds great.
Everyone to stand up, it's recommended for tenure, because this is a huge deal.
I'll make that motion, Ms. Wheeler. I'll make that motion.
I'm gonna announce all the names. We have a second to accept tenure for second. Ready? Okay. So guys, we have Jennifer Rutherford, Jessica Goins, Mackenzie Smiley, Nicole Miller, Robin Newport, Madison Yancey, Lucas Alderman, Rachel Teague, Christy Boyd, Whitney Goins, Misty McNeely, Susan Orr, Sarah Gammon, Barbara Lawson, Sarah Smith, Courtney Owens, Missy Lambert, and Olivia Loverty. Guys, congratulations. Hey, guys, those of you that are here that got tenure, if you'll come up front, and we'll get, Bobby will get your picture for the page. Just come up front,
Nowhere to find you.
Fields.
Yes.
Everly.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Lester.
Yes.
Rodner.
Yes.
Freeman.
yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, items for action, B through, addendum through I. B through I.
Move to approve.
Johnson approved, do I have a second?
Freeman.
Yes.
Fields.
Yes.
Everly.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Lester.
Yes.
Rodner.
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes. Item 11, discussion, discuss the CCHS baseball and soccer field flyer. One second, Brandon, Stan, where are we with the baseball lighting as of right now?
I should have, I bring out the PO, either Thursday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday. It'll be in stock.
So Thursday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday?
If he gives his truck hydraulic fix, it'll be, Thursday, or Friday, if he don't, it'll be Monday, Tuesday. Definitely been there for week or so.
Okay, Brandon.
It is a time, find somebody to do it cheap was hard. So Jeffrey helped me on here,
I think
so.
Jellicoe Utilities.
No, he's, the guy's out of time, so he does Pollock,
Oh, okay.
Delco, he does KU, he does a bunch of, he's got a 95-foot budget, so we won't even have to get on the field.
Okay, well, that's good.
So, we won't even mess it up. That's where we at.
And I'm gonna yield to Mr. Faust here in a second, but folks, we've got to figure out some type of solution. Glad to hear that baseball's on the home stretch, no pun intended, but we've got to figure out some type of solution for these soccer players. We've got just not the boys and girls high school program, we also have the boys and girls middle school program that don't have lights at their facility. It's causing all kinds of scheduling issues. It's causing issues where they're having to play earlier in the day, it's hot, they can't play at night. And I'm gonna yield to Mr. Faust to kind of talk more about those issues so we can figure out a solution.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about baseball, because, you know, at this time, we're scattered around trying to find the lights, right? So when they go out, yeah, when we go out, maintenance, maintenance is not a viable option anymore. Like, we need new lights. It's not replacing 3 or 4 years. At some point, we've got to decide, hey, we gotta have new lights. So I was up there last night, you know, and there's just dark spots all over the field when it gets dark. So, that's a safety issue, and like I said, I think we voted on, putting 6 new lights in, but that's just the bulbs. At some point, we've got to replace them all, because maintenance and stand, that's not a viable option, because last time we got them in, Colorado? And then we had to go to Colorado to get the lights, so, we do need to think about that. It is time to replace those lights, you know, and that's a capital outlay. I think, Jamie, even 5, 6 years ago, we put that on our needs assessment with soccer and baseball, so we've known about it for a long time. As far as soccer, guys, it's, you know, we've got youth playing up there, our 5th grade all the way to our 8th grade, our high school kids are up there. Summertime is, you know, a huge soccer time, it's hot, they can't wait till the evenings to practice because it gets dark. That's another safety issue too. You know, we're asking kids to compete in conditions that if we went to a ball game and our conditions were that way and we could not see and we could not do that, we would not appreciate that. I get phone calls all the time from parents, from principals. Hey, you know, it's hard for my kids to get up there by 5 o'clock to compete with your kids. And you know, it's all the time, because we have to start that early to make sure we get finished. JV, it's hard to have JV games, guys, and we want to build a program with soccer, with baseball, with everything that we do up there. We try to do it the right way. It's hard to do it because, you know, it's hard to have a JV game and then have a varsity game and still have enough day time to finish it. So, I don't know, Coach, if you want to say anything, but,
We don't have a lot of options. The only regulation size field for kids in those age groups is our field. So we've got to do it right so that we can maximize the time for these kids. If we had a lightning delay, I'm the girls' coach, we had a lightning delay and we had to stop the game early because we wait that half hour and we had to end the game with about 10 minutes left. It's hurting us pretty bad.
yeah. And guys, there's a current gap in our facilities. We've got some really, really nice facilities, and then we have other facilities that are lagging behind, and you know, we need to update those. And at this point, I do feel like we've reached a point to where doing nothing is a decision, and it's not the right one. So sometime we've got to make the decision to, it's a capital outlay project. The money's there. It's there for the kids. You know, at some point we need to use it. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Mr. Cantrell, would it be appropriate for me to make a motion to put this out for bid, or would we need to add to the agenda? The agenda item states discuss CCHS baseball and soccer fields lighting.
I think that procedurally, you just simply make a motion to amend your agenda to let that also be an action.
And then we would need to vote on action item. Correct. Yeah. Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we modify the agenda to place onto the agenda, putting out bids to at least see where we're going to be price-wise for lights for the baseball and soccer field.
Just like to add one thing, this has came up multiple times over the last few years. I would like to add that the poles are an issue for baseball, so they're not high enough. So there's an issue there with light that it causes these dark spots as well because of poles. I don't, again, do you know how much taller they need to be?
Stan,
I can't remember.
I know Stan talked to them at some point, a couple of years ago, but do you remember?
The price is going to be $379,000 for baseball, $325,000 for soccer field. That's what it's going to be, somewhere close.
So you're looking at
700,000 is probably gonna be pretty close to $700,000.
750,000.
Because Dan, we've not placed this out for bid, have we?
Same one done, I feel old Jellicoe, where I got Friday.
And that's for new
And
poles.
how much,
they
how much
have
would
to
the
do.
Oh, that's
Jellicoe?
everything.
That was all of it.
How much would the Jellicoe?
You gotta have 6 poles at the baseball field for it, so. That's what it takes.
What is the option, and I'll throw this out there because, you know, like, that's a lot of money for lighting, and I know things that have to be placed through at the high school, we're gonna have to have bleachers at the high school.
Yes.
That's gonna be.
That's $500,000.
The soccer playing on a football field, is there a problem with that on turf?
We did discuss that a couple of years ago. You know, the issue again is scheduling. So when you've got youth soccer, you've got girls, boys soccer, you've got football practice, you know, our facilities do flag football up there. I mean, you just run into a scheduling nightmare. Like he says, we've got one regulation size soccer field in our county, and it's the, you know, that, so it's a, you know.
Well, I guess my question is, if we had the football field and we added the soccer to that, and they could utilize that plus the other field, maybe it could alleviate some things for right now. 'Cause I know, I think it was like $20-something,000 to the lines on the football field, I think.
I think so. It just becomes, you know, again, a scheduling nightmare because you have to schedule around, if baseball's up there, you got to schedule around baseball because they hit the balls go, that's why we don't do flag football and baseball nights, because they hit the baseballs go on the floor. So it just, you know, I don't think we pay our ADs enough already and for them to schedule that much more. I mean, yeah, it would be an option, yes, but it's just, I mean, it's a scheduling
Because
nightmare.
I know several high schools use the football fields for soccer too.
Well, yeah, Mr. Morton in the back.
Ms. Wheeler, we've played a lot of travel tournaments in soccer in Gatlinburg, and I wanted to point out that those fields that we play on up there get a lot of play, and the fields get fatigued. That carpet gets very slick. So you're talking about cutting the life of that field in half. So you're gonna have to replace that 10 years earlier than you expected. So I just want to point that out, because we slip and slide up there. When you double the use of those fields, and soccer eats a field alive. So I just want to point that out.
Good to know.
Mr. Morton is the guy that knows any type of turf, so.
He knows his turf.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, obviously, we're going into budget season, we're looking at a budget with possibly new deficits and some really tough decisions the board's gonna have to make. But I do think we need to put this out for bid to at least see what it's gonna cost, so we at least know what our options may be. I mean, these students deserve a field where they can play, just as much as all of our students deserve everything that they want. But we need to figure out exactly what it's gonna cost, in my opinion, and then try to make some decisions in the future of what we can afford and when we can afford it. So, my
I'll second that
motion.
motion.
Have a second?
That's,
That was a second, okay.
Creekmore. Yes. Fields.
Yes.
Everly.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Lester.
Yes.
Ryder.
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yes.
Motion passed.
And now, Madam Chair, that's officially an action item on the agenda. I would like to make the motion that we do solicit bids for those two projects. So the first motion was to put it on the agenda
Okay.
procedurally, since
Yeah,
it wasn't.
that
And
would-
the second motion.
Yeah.
Creekmore. Yes. Fields.
Yes.
Everly.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Lester.
Yes.
Ryder.
Yes.
Wheeler.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Item 12. Neil, do we have anything?
Just to put on your radar, sometime in the next month, we probably need to have a special call executive session to deal with the issues related to the gymnasium project. We don't need to do it tonight, but it is gonna become decision-making time shortly, and I think you need to have time, if you had to digest some stuff as opposed to a rush meeting. Maybe even try to work it in one of the times that y'all are meeting on the budget, so you don't have to come out. But I'll get some stuff together for y'all.
You have all their dates for
I
that.
do.
Got plenty of dates takes to do that.
Chairman Miller keeps me surprised.
Okay, item 13, recognize student representatives. Do we have our Jellicoe or Campbell High School? And then item 14, attendance update. Do we have anything?
I do not have anything about that. I might have missed that. I apologize for that.
It's okay. Item 15, recognize school board members. Ms. Creekmore?
What meeting is 5:30?
5:30, yes. Mr. Heatherly?
I'd just like to say, congratulations to all the students and the teachers tonight. Appreciate you all very much.
Ms. Ryder?
Congratulations, Mr. Nicole, I'm glad to see you on the job.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate that. And their teachers, that's our future, they're what we saw here, these students coming through. And we appreciate those, thank you. And you all for coming out and representing the soccer and the baseball, and, you know, we need to do some things for it, yes.
Mr. Lester?
Congratulations, Mr. Brooks.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all the teachers for their tenure.
Ms. Fields?
Same, congratulations to Ms. McCoy, and congratulations to all our newly tenured teachers. Yes, and thank you all for your all support, as you all do so very well. All of you, all the central office, and all the teachers, I appreciate every one of you all.
Mr. Johnson?
I do have one thing, so just to put on the board's radar, Director McCoy, were you familiar with the issues that we had with construction today at Jacksonville Elementary School?
With the noise level,
Yes.
yeah, I was made aware of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I spoke with the GCE representatives before. We had a very slight issue today during testing with some noise. GCE has assured me that they'll handle that, and going forward, that won't be an issue. So just wanted to put that on everybody's radar. A couple things, Director McCoy, congratulations. Teachers, congratulations. Very exciting time. I want to thank everybody for the thoughts and comments and wishes about the loss of my grandmother, Joyce Long. She loved this school system very much, and most importantly, loved the Follett Middle School. And so you get a chance to think about Go Owls anytime you think of her. She loved that school and was there for over 20 years. Very special lady. One final thing, May 7th, Director McCoy and I are going to watch the production of Shrek at Campbell County High School. So just wanted to extend that invitation ahead of time to the board. If you'd like to come with us, I always try to check out Dr. Ralston's performances. She does a great job, and would love to see all the boards come out and watch an episode of Shrek. And that's all that I have. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson, and congratulations, Ms. McCoy. And tenured teachers, you guys do a great job, congratulations, and I'll be there to see Shrek too. That'll be good. Need a motion to adjourn? What time is Shrek?
7, but I'll let y'all.
Starts at 7, May 7th.